Good morning, everyone. Today we discuss about Boni Hussein's concept of totality. So first, what is totality of symptoms? Literally, totality of symptoms means all the symptoms which the patient presents. Totality of symptoms must represent a disease condition in its whole extent. It must identify the whole sickness of an individual with all its individualizing characteristics. So all of you know about the concept totality of symptoms since second year only. So what is first year only? So what is totality of symptom? It is nothing but symptoms which are arranged in a proper sequence, symptoms of the patient, symptoms of the case, which we arrange in the proper sequence, which represent the disease condition, the state of the patient, and with the help of this totality we can able to identify the sickness of an individual with the individualizing characteristics of the patient. So this is nothing but totality of symptoms. All the perceptible signs represent the disease. All the perceptible signs represent the disease in the whole extent. That is, together they form the true and only conceivable portrait of the disease. Once the case taking is accurately sketched, the most difficult part of the task is accomplished. Means totality, making totality of symptom is the work, it is done after case taking, and when we take the case properly, when we take the symptoms of the patient properly, our observation is proper, our when we note down the symptoms properly, then only we can able to make a proper totality of the case. So it is said that accurately sketched case of this patient, when we complete this task of case taking, which is the most difficult part, and when we take the case properly, then almost our work it get finished. When we complete the case properly, when we take the case accurately according to the instructions, according to the guidelines given by our master, Dr. Hahnemann. The aim in collecting and studying the totality of symptoms of the sick is to meet the disorder of the vital force with a similar disorder producing drug from our materia medica. What we do after collecting the symptoms from the patient, after taking the case, after making the totality of symptoms, we match this totality of symptoms of the patient with totality of symptoms of our any drug which is similar from our materia medica. Means we match the disease symptoms with the medicinal symptom. And case taking or making totality as well as matching the medicinal symptoms with the drug symptom. It is not a mathematical calculation of symptoms, but it is a logical combination of symptoms. Means logically we arrange the symptoms by making the totality of the disease of the case, as well as we also use logic to find out the similar acting or medicine which is having the similar type of symptoms. Then how the totality of symptoms they are helpful? What is the utility of the totality of symptoms? They are used for therapeutic purpose. Then to understand the remedy's reaction, it is helpful, as well as for diagnostic purpose also. The totality of symptoms they are useful, they are helpful. In this way, for therapeutic purpose to understand the remedy reaction, as well as for diagnostic purpose, totality of symptoms they are useful. Then totality of symptom, different attributes must be completed with regard to its location, sensation, modality and concomitant. Should have a chronological order of development and progress. Means making the totality, or while taking the case, we should write down the symptoms in their chronological order of development and progress. Which symptom appear first, we should note down that symptom first. Then the later symptom which appear after the first symptom. In this way, in chronological order of development and progress, we should note down the symptoms while taking the case. Then the symptoms must be divisible into subjective and objective ones, and into generals and particulars. So we also find out which symptoms are subjective symptoms, which symptoms are objective symptoms, which are general symptoms, which are particular symptoms. So they are helpful in analysis as well as evaluation of the case. Each of the general and particular should have common and uncommon. Means if we get general symptoms in the case, or if we get particular symptoms in the case, then in those general symptoms which are common general symptoms and which are uncommon general symptoms, in the same way which are common particular symptoms and which are uncommon particular symptoms, so we should find out these common and uncommon symptoms from general and particular symptoms. Peculiar combinations, for example, concomitant, alterations, extensions, negative generals, causations, unexpected deviations, sensation as if, and onsets must be clearly noted. So we always note down all these things, that is concomitant, alteration, extension, negative general, causation, unexpected deviation, sensation as if, and onset of the disease condition, because these are very much important to find out the exact minimum. They may be PQRS symptom of the case, and to find out the minimum, these symptoms, these peculiar combinations, they are very much helpful. So while doing analysis, evaluation, as well as while making the portrait of the disease, the totality of symptoms, these peculiar combinations, they should be taken when we differentiate the symptom into different group during analysis, evaluation, as well as during making, forming the totality. Then environmental, occupational, and other exogenous influences on the case must be depicted. The background of the case, past history, family history must be in preview. So we should always note down what is the past history, what is the family history, because not only the present complaint, not only the symptoms related to generals, related to particulars, they are important. At the same time, the background of the case, it is also very much important to find out the which miasm is there, to find out the proper constitutional medicine. These things are very much important. So we should always give importance to these things in the while taking the case. That is past history, family history, and must be, these things are very much important to for during forming the case history as well as forming the totality. Techniques of ascertaining the totality of symptoms. So while taking the case, while making or forming the totality of the symptoms, which things we should consider and how we should note down these things during formation of totality of symptoms. So particular symptoms, present complaints, history of present complaints, and past history, family history, and personal history, they are important while making the totality of symptoms. So what is the conclusion? Totality of symptoms is equal to new phrase coined by Dr. De Castro in Essential Total of Symptoms. Note down that totality of symptom is equal to the new phrase coined. Then case receiving, case perceiving, evaluation of symptoms are prerequisite conditions for erecting the totality of symptoms. So when we take the case properly, when we receive the symptoms from the patient properly, when we perceive the case properly, when we understand the patient properly, and after perceiving, after doing analysis, when we evaluate the symptoms in proper way, then only we are able to erect the proper totality of symptoms. So for erecting the proper totality of symptoms, case receiving, case perceiving, and evaluation of symptoms, these three things are very much important, and these are the prerequisite conditions for erecting the totality of symptoms. Totality of symptoms is essential for building of repertorial totality for repertorization. So, for building a repertorial totality, when we build a totality of symptoms, then according to that totality of symptoms, we build a repertorial totality. What is repertorial totality? Means the symptoms which we taken in totality of symptoms. The same symptoms we are converted into the language of repertory in the form of rubrics with their page number. It is nothing but the repertorial totality. So, to form the repertorial totality, build the repertorial totality, first we have to erect the totality of symptoms properly. Then we can able to erect the repertorial totality for proper repertorization. And what is the concept of Dr. Boning Hussain? This is many times asked question. What is the concept of totality according to Dr. Boning Hussain? What is concept of totality according to Dr. Boger? So this is important topic. And what is the concept of Dr. Boning Hussain? He proceeded on the hypothesis that the totality was not only the sum total of symptoms but was in itself one grand symptom, the symptom of the patient, and that whether the individual parts of the symptoms were considered or the grand symptom, the totality itself, three factors must be present. According to Dr. Boning Hussain, he gave importance to complete symptom under his philosophy. So he said that while making the totality, we always give importance to complete symptom. We always give importance to location, sensation, modality and concomitants. But at least the symptom should be grand symptom. That means it is having location, sensation and modalities. So these three factors must be present in the totality itself according to Dr. Boning Hussain. What is location? As we have discussed already in philosophical background about this doctrine of grand symptom, about this doctrine of complete symptom. So what is doctrine of grand symptom? That is the symptom which is having location, sensation and modalities. It is called as grand symptom. So what is location? The part, organs or tissue involved in the disease process. The symptom, it should contain which part is involved or which organ get infected, diseased, or which tissues are involved in the disease process. Then came sensation. About the location, what is or which kind of pain is there, which type of sensation is there, is it functional or organic change characterizing the morbid process. So we should note down all these things, kind of pain, sensation, functional or organic change which characterize the morbid process. Then conditions of aggravation and amelioration. The circumstances causing, exciting, increasing or otherwise affording modification or relief of suffering. Means which things, which circumstances, which are the cause of the disease condition, which are the elevating factors of that disease condition, due to which the disease condition it get excited, it get increased, suffering it get increased, as well as we also ask the patient, we considered the symptoms which relieve the suffering of the patient, or which things, with which things the patient feel better, that is the conditions of aggravation and ameliorations. We should also consider while forming the totality of the case. So first location, then sensation, then conditions of aggravation and amelioration. The concomitant symptoms was added by him, emphasizing that the doctrine of the totality of the case, which must include the concomitant. Means to complete the totality, there should be, the concomitant should be included, it must be included in the totality to complete it. He says that the concomitant symptoms is the totality, what the condition of aggravation or amelioration is to the single symptom. Means the concomitant symptoms are related to the whole person. For each symptom, we cannot have separate concomitant symptom. So it is said that the concomitant symptoms is to the totality, what the condition of aggravation or amelioration is to the single symptom. So in short, in the totality of symptom, Dr. Boni Hussain, he gave importance to complete symptom. Without completing the symptom with location, sensation, modality and concomitant, the totality is incomplete. So he gave more value to the, as well as he gave more focus to complete while forming the totality. It should be as a complete symptom. So according to Boni Hussain, the complete symptom is important. Then Boni Hussain first conceived the idea of clinical completing symptoms, partly by doctrine of analogy and partly by observation of curative effects. So as he gave doctrine of complete symptom at that time, as we discussed in previous lectures, that he introduced this doctrine, but practically it was difficult to take each and every symptom as a complete symptom by many homeopaths. They felt difficulty in completing each and every symptom. So he introduced the new doctrine, that is doctrine of analogy, and with the help of this doctrine, that is, what is doctrine of analogy? Yes, anyone? What is doctrine of analogy? Sujata Mengar. What is doctrine of analogy? Yes. Yes, Sujata. Yes. What is doctrine of analogy? Saroj. Okay. So Dr. Boni Hussain, he said that if we cannot get the morality of each and every part, so as we have to take each and every symptom as a complete symptom, and if we cannot get the moralities of each and every part, then we should consider one part's morality as a whole person's morality. We considered at that time he considered the man as a whole. He considered the concept of generalization, means the modalities which are related to one part, we should consider it for the whole person. So, uniquely complete the symptom, we should use partly doctrine of analogy and partly by the observation of curative effects. He discovered that many of the modalities of a case were general in their relation. The totality of symptoms is not only the sum total of symptoms, but it is in itself one grand symptom, the symptom of the patient. The totality of symptom is the disease, what the man, the ego, is to his organism. It is that which gives individuality and personality. So according to Dr. Boni Hussain, we should use doctrine of analogy, our proper observation, and we should take the symptom as a each symptom or totality as a complete symptom. And according to Dr. Boni Hussain, the totality of symptom is not only the sum total of symptom, but is in itself one grand symptom, the symptom of the patient. And it gives individuality and personality. It helps to individualize the patient. The characteristic symptoms can be elucidated following 7 considerations. So when there is any characteristic symptom, then it can be elucidated. It can be the history of that characteristic symptom is taken following these 7 points. By considering these 7 points, that is quis, quid, ubi, cubus auxiliis, cur, commodo and condo. So these are very important 7 points to take the characteristic symptom. That is, quiz means the changes in the personality and temperament. Then the quid means disease individualization. UB or UB, it means the seat of the disease. Cubus auxilis, it means the concomitants. Then cure, it means the prima causa morbid, that means the cause of the disease. Commodo, it is the modalities, and condo is the time factor or the time modalities. So in this way, these 7 characteristic symptoms, they should be elucidated, they should be considered. These 7 points, these should be considered in characteristic symptom, that is quiz, that means the changes in the personality and temperament. Then quid, that is disease, its nature, its peculiarity. Then UB, that means the seat of disease, in short location. Then cubus auxilis means accompanying symptoms or concomitant symptoms. Then cure means the cause of disease or prima causa morbid. Then Qumodo means modalities, modifications, aggravating and ameliorating factors. And Condo means time related symptoms or modalities. In this way, according to Dr. Boni Hussain, while forming totality of the case, we should have these 4 points first, that is location, sensation, modality and concomitant. The symptom should be complete while forming the totality according to Dr. Boni Hussain. And to support his statement, to support his concept, he advocated, he introduced new doctrines to the homeopathy, that is doctrine of analogy, with the help of which we can able to complete the symptom, we can able to formulate the totality properly. And there are the characteristic symptoms can be elucidated by using 7 considerations, following 7 consideration, that is quiz, quid, ubi, cubus, auxilis, q, qumodo and condo. So about these points separately, we discussed one by one in next lecture.